this is where OpenServ comes in, and I can easily tell all of our listeners and our audience that OpenServ is quite literally the easiest platform to get started with as a developer when you want to build highly functional, highly specialized AI agents with a certain expertise. And for this, we practically give developers a couple of options. One is our REST API to integrate with our platform. The other one is our SDK, TypeScript SDK. If you're a developer and you work with JavaScript, Node.js, you can easily make use of our agent framework and connect to the OpenServ platform. And the third one is something that we've been secretly working on, the Python SDK as well. If you're a Python developer, you can also make use of our SDK and then build any agents. And the developer experience that we wanted to give everyone is that you don't have to know AI. You don't have to know anything about AI in order to develop an AI agent, because every single company requires some form of AI in their applications, AI agents, maybe some agents that work with their own data. There's a lot of demand for software engineers who know how to work with AI and how to build AI agents. And it's not, again, the simplest thing in the world. It's an entire change in perspective and building applications in a total different way. And what we do is we make it as easy for you as possible to let you reuse your existing skills as a backend engineer, for example, or maybe even as a front-end engineer working with third-party APIs. So all of your skills are transferable to the world of AI, to the land of AI. And we make sure that developers don't have to worry about any kind of intelligence in their applications, even though it's going to be called an AI agent, artificial intelligence agent. What the developers have to focus on is simply only their expertise. And I say this because I suspect a lot of developers have already functioning applications for any kind of professional work, like stock market analysis, like creating certain content for the creator economy, or actual productivity related work like manipulating data in a database, for example. All of the developers have a certain form of application. Maybe you're building a customer relations management application, a CRM, and maybe you're like manipulating some data there. Whatever you're doing, I assume you already have an app or you know how to build one, a traditional one. Now we want to make it as simple as possible for you to bring all of those skills, and we call them capabilities, in an AI agent where we call it the shadow agents or the second brain, but where we actually run the intelligence for you. And your agent working on our platform is practically comprised of two things then. One, the intelligence layer that we give you, the cognition layer that we give you, that integrates with the rest of the ecosystem, instantly makes your AI agent collaborative with other agents on the platform for varied use cases and multiplicative of everyone's skills, every agent's skills. And one where it acts like a gateway, translating the user's intent, which, if you remember, was the first thing that I talked about, that an AI agent developer would need to build. Our platform does it for you. Translates all of the user's intent, requests, follow-ups, changes, and even the confusion of your own agent, and gives you structured input, just like function parameters that you can use to build applications with. So if you ever built a function in your life as an engineer and you worked with parameters and returned a response, that is basically all you need to know to get started on the OpenServ platform. Now, if we talk in a little bit more technical terms, what we give you is an agent SDK, an agent class that gives you to add capabilities to it, which then are transferred into tools for large language models to use.
That's super exciting because like you were talking and my mind started to think about all the directions this could go, but now I want to break it down and I want you to tell me if I understood correctly. So now I want to plan, I will speak it out loud, what I would, I don't know, put in a paper. I'm very visual, so I would have probably designed it, literally draw it. I would make a very simple example that while you were talking about, I was thinking, but I really love the room design, so I tried to put that in. But just because I want to specifically ask about my involvement for something to be with my own way, my own style. So let's say I'm creating an agent that helps me send a newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
And could it be about decoration, for example? So I want to break it down into, it is so many things to do and we can feel overwhelmed. This is why I want to do the very tiny agent for my brain to start understanding, like our agent to-do list. The new to-do list is the simple agent. Let's put it like this. So my first agent, I would just worry about the research. And I want to research, but very highly specialize into interior design, for example.
All right.
My second agent, I would like to add my style. So I want this to become a specific piece for chairs, but I want to specialize in Bauhaus chairs. I don't know,
okay.
Or chairs that fits a specific 2 people and a cat. So it has to be super specialized for my own house. And from that, that's going to be one agent. My third agent, I need some help to make that a 3D representation. So it's probably going to be a function that I will call a specific model that someone has created that is specialized in 3D.
Right.
And I will say, well, according to this description, that it's my specific chair for 2 people and a cat to comfortably sit and watch a movie. Please create a 3D model. I would then have another agent that will describe or write an essay with my own words, because that would be a newsletter. And that's my human interaction, where I will slowly, and now I'm already talking about debugging and making this agent specifically the way that I want, because it's different than a function and an LLM, or as we can with now for the past maybe 2 years have been seeing a lot with chatbots. They never return exactly the same. It's different than a function. So that's my first stroke as a mental models. So, but I do want it to be with my style. So you use it again and again, checking the outputs and redoing my description of those capabilities until it has the perfect text that has my own voice, and until the chair gets into the specific shape that I want. Then I will have another agent that will make takes of this 3D, so maybe 3 different views. Another one that will compact this into a whole PDF. Another one that will make a beautiful PDF with text and screenshots of the image coming from the 3D model with my own text. And the last one will pack that up, maybe connect with MailChimp or someone, or all of the people that has subscribed to my newsletter, and ship for everyone. And that is a whole gigantic team of people. But when I break it down, it makes a little sense, the functions that I'm designing. So from a user perspective, I would just say, well, today I want to create a specific chair for 2 people and a cat, and let all this team of agents doing that. Did I understand correctly? That's how I would imagine. It's from the end user, from what I want to see, and breaking down slowly, backwards.
Right. Yeah. Sure. You're spot on. And obviously, this is a hypothetical example, and you may or may not find all the 3D model generators on Hugging Face, or that's an entire job on its own. But pretty much, yeah, this is how it would work. And I can see that's easily happening. And in order to develop any of these agents, first, the research agents, you probably don't have to develop it because we have several research agents on the platform already that works with Perplexity, that works with our own proprietary research algorithms and so on. And the others, just like I said before, you don't have to build the intelligence around them. You can just build the minimal functions that would get the job done, like take a description of a 3D model, send it to a third-party 3D model generator with AI, take it back, and maybe without even like evaluating it, just send it back to the platform, and the platform then gives it to the other agent that is tasked with creating, for example, multiple views of the same 3D model. You might, maybe like on that agent, you might, not on that agent even, like on the workspace, maybe you uploaded already some background pictures of your room, and then another agent could just like combine them. Maybe one would be a simple renderer that would render the 3D models, and then you'd use an image model to kind of put them together. And these are like, there are a plethora of APIs and third-party models on Hugging Face specifically to tackle pretty much like all of these requests. And this is how you can put together an entire scenario as a user, and maybe as a developer. You can build like simple chunks of this, and we take care of the collaboration both with the user and between the AI agent to make this dream come true.